Our voices.
Our stories.
Our community.
I think there should be more spaces like this where autistic people can freely express themselves and make films that are made by them, not about them.
Sierra is one of many participants grateful for Montreal's Spectrum Productions. It's an organization that fosters the development of creative, technical, social, and vocational skills through the creation of filmmaking and TV productions like
Hi, I'm Hunter McLean.
And I'm Eric B.
Welcome to another fun-filled episode of Spectrum Live.
The show by and for the autism community. Ever since I started working with Spectrum Productions, they always had the idea to do something called Autism TV, which was just like a way to showcase all the short films that they'd been making here, and also the idea of like accepting short films from other places as well that were related to the autism community. And then that's basically where the idea for Spectrum Live came from. It was like also the benefits of doing it as a live stream rather than as a TV thing. It's just like we have the live chat, which allows the participants to communicate with each other, or like whoever's watching, they can communicate in real time, react to the films.
We're also doing segments where we shout out initiatives from around the world that we think are cool, that are furthering positivity about autism. So we get them watching and then they're sharing it. So it's just gonna like slowly and organically grow, hopefully.
Who do you have there, Hunter?
This is Coco. Coco is named after the real gorilla, Coco the gorilla, who spoke sign language, who recently joined Harambe in heaven. Rest in peace.
Why'd you bring Coco today?
Well, because, you know, a lot of my friends are animals, and it kind of ties in with the theme of this episode.
Oh, really?
Which is friendship! What's a misconception about autistic people and friendship?
Well, I think a lot of people assume that we can't make friends at all.
Or that we don't want to?
Yeah,
What?
some reason. It's just
Untrue.
Yeah, it's just a little bit more difficult for us to, I mean, it might be more difficult in some ways to make friends.
In other ways, it's much easier.
Yeah.
Stereotypes, they just don't end. Most of our filmmakers have touched upon, if not outright dedicated themselves to the superhero genre. But I'm just wondering, what makes a superhero super?
Oh, special abilities, superpowers, vigilantism, saving the day.
What separates a medium hero from a superhero?
Yeah, and what makes them so popular as well. I actually went in one day during the Sunday Production Club and I talked to some of the participants about it, and this is what they had to say. What is it to be a true superhero?
It feels like heroic. I'm protecting the weak.
Means believing in yourself and also having confidence and having these powers to ability to be strong.
My name is Dan Tenveen. I'm the co-founder and director at Spectrum Productions, an organization committed to opportunities for autism in media production. And so really what we're striving to do is to engage individuals on the autism spectrum in media creation to be able to tell their stories and to learn technical skills, to build confidence, self-esteem, and to build networks through that activity. And that relates to employment at Spectrum as well. We like to give jobs to autistic folks first, and I think core to that is ensuring that people are taking the skills that they're learning in their creative pursuits here and then being able to apply that when they help other folks learn skills. And a typical pathway for creators here is to engage in the creative camps or another creative program and practice their skills and build it up over years. And that opens up doors for them. One of the core areas that we really do a lot of teaching is in script writing. Taking an idea and turning that into a visual format is sometimes a bit of a leap, especially for a first-time filmmaker or a filmmaker who really has these larger ideas. To find a balance between complex representations of an idea and turning that into something that's achievable in a short time span. Something that we strive to do is to practice lines and their delivery. Doing a read-through is something that achieves that, and it takes the pressure off. So when you're in costume and you're on green screen and you have to deliver and everyone's there, it really helps to be able to have a chance to practice beforehand.
If one of the superior six died, think of it as a fail-safe protocol.
Do we have to recruit our allies to find Villainous?
Yeah, we do.
Alright, let's go to the illusionist. Scene 5, the illusionist mansion. The heroes pay a visit to the illusionist at his mansion. Hello? Garrett, we're here.
Hello, rookies. What are you doing? How are you doing?
I can tell who wrote that. Sam writes in all caps.
Sam Clark is a regular at Spectrum. His current project, New Age of Heroes, Cataclysm, is a sequel to his previous film.
I want to push my character so far that he will get angry. Yeah, and I have to raise my voice even more angrier, more furious. Yeah, it will be just really intense.
When scripts start to come together, characters obviously emerge as well, and costume building is a core element to that. That's when participants go back to the workshop zone and start to cut and chop and create and to build from scratch their own costume. It's a really, very fun process to go through and an easy one to engage in. It also produces great results and unique looking costumes that are designed by the participants.
Hi, Sam.
Hello, how's it going?
Yeah, what's that you got on?
Wristband.
Yeah, are you Wonder Woman?
No, I'm not Wonder Woman.
What's that for?
He's Wonder Man.
My team's a part for the wristbands, and once I could figure out how to make them tighter.
We could help you with that, but you could also talk to Sean about it.
Yeah, he knows a lot of things about
stuff like this. Because then I'm like,
careful, that piece of glue is about to fall off.
I see that. I'll catch it with my bare hands.
Are you crazy?
Maybe.
There are no bad ideas in movie making.
Those are the tips.
Dope. I don't know. My idea was to hot glue stuff right onto the glove while someone's hand is in it. I think that was a bad idea.
I think that was a great idea, Calvin.
I appreciate your honesty.
Ben Basanti is one of the cast members of Sam's film. He's playing a superhero for which he's making a costume.
Yeah, this is our first time ever working together. This is gonna be really fun and interesting. And yeah.
Watch yourself, man.
Yeah. My inspiration for this is mostly on a Japanese film genre called tokusatsu, which is basically Godzilla, Power Rangers, and such. And as you can see, Power Rangers are trying to have these overly detailed robots. So I decided to take that image and put it on my villain.
We still need to do the face mask, which is this. You know?
Yeah. Sam, what's that in your hand?
This is a device that'll be used in the movie, somewhere in the movie.
Yeah, and I used the green paint to make it green for special effects. Pretty sure it might get destroyed when it's filmed. I won't give you any spoilers. It's when Black Dragon dies.
No, Sam, that's spoilers!
You just said spoilers.
Oh, I'm not gonna give any spoilers, but
yeah, and then you just give the biggest spoiler of them all.
I accidentally.
How?
It feels like Mark Ruffalo.
Our community will return after the break.
We now return to our community.
The filming of Cataclysm is about to begin in an indoor studio. For Dan Tenveen of Spectrum Productions, the superhero genre has a lot to do with teamwork.
I think the superhero genre is really popular because it's fun to imagine yourself as your own character and to imagine the powers that you might have. Of course, the visual effects that go with that are quite fun to create and to learn technical skills through. To think about what you might contribute to the team to be able to overcome a villain. Or of course, create your own villain character that needs to be defeated can be quite fun as well. For some folks, it's really about building self-esteem and confidence through the engagement of that. Some, of course, come for the collaborative approach or just building technical skills.
You're not so different from me, Quentin.
What do you mean?
This is an experience I myself had gone through more than once. I struggled with myself so much. I lost hope. But then I realized that just because you made a mistake, it doesn't mean you should stay that way. I had friends who helped me.
Life will always try to bring you down. But as long as you have something to fight for, you'll always have a reason to get back up. And you'll never be put down. As long as you have each other, nothing will stand in your way. Now, get out there and show the world what the new age of heroes can do. Are you ready?
The indoor scene's complete. The team heads outdoors to a nearby park to block and film a fight scene.
When possible, we like to plan out locations and different sets to be able to bring the quality up on those films. We often go back to the park behind our studio. It's nice to be outside and you have a bit more space. It takes away some of the constraints of having to composite on a green screen. It makes shots easier to set up and to focus on some of those filmmaking techniques.
Other way. Okay, look. No. He was facing the right way. Oh, damn. Got it.
Theo's got delicious right legs. Fresh legs. Just like how Clayton has delicious fresh legs. Okay.
We should do like...
Yeah, I think only on one side if we tie it. Hey, what's up? You look cooler than normal.
Can we just start focusing on shooting now? Yeah.
I think I see a little hair on you.
Yeah, I see a little hair on you too.
Okay, step back. Ready, set, action.
I did not press record because I was panicking.
Yeah, okay. Like that's
I
yeah.
have an idea for how it could look like I'm levitating from
Yeah.
here. I can stand to that thing and we just don't have to do something like this, you know?
Yeah, yeah, it's true. We can even have like it's floating on your face and you just kind of step up here and that could be followed.
Yeah, exactly.
Ready, set, action.
Project supervisor Calvin Brett sees the relationship between the superhero genre and the cast and crew.
I think acting as a competent, capable character makes one feel capable and competent. Getting used to feeling like a hero, I think, helps people be more capable and feel less like a victim in other situations. And it's super great and super empowering. I love that metaphor of them as superheroes. They look great and they're having a great time doing it, so I'm super excited by that. There's these beautiful friendships that come from that because their heroes are together, so therefore they should be together, and it becomes these like easy, fast friendships that form, which are like amazing to see. I don't think we could have this superhero story without those people bonding together and sticking together. And I think part of what motivates them to tell these stories is the fact that we can do it together.
I want that hat. Give me the hat.
Thomas Kreigler is playing a superhero named The Strike.
As most people would prefer to look ahead of time, I prefer to mostly stay in the present so that way I don't get myself all overwhelmed or panicked. So that way I can just stay calm and just do research before trying to choose what to do and where to go. If I could only have one superpower, it would be basically super speed. I say this because there are things that can be hard for us to do very easily with our work, and sometimes being able to move a lot faster can help speed things up and get it done more quickly, so we're not always in an absolute big rush.
Ben takes a little break away from acting because he's overheating in his costume.
Feeling a little bit hot. Bothered, but it's show's business. And this is a suit. Suits are not supposed to be comfortable. But once you're done with the filming, it's really worth it. It's worth your time, effort, and that's why I love this show.
Action! Good evening, gentles all. The show is about to really begin.
Leo Baudin is getting into character.
Yes, I am enjoying myself very much. It's something that I wanted to do for a while. Be in a cool costume in a movie. My character's name is Villainous. He is a self-centered maniac who became jealous because of his twin brother who was a little more successful than him. My plans, or the plans of Villainous, should I say, is to be the only meta-human left on Earth and become their god.
So that is our scenes for today. That's all we got to worry about for today. Like, I want to get each and every one of you to look awesome and have your best takes. This is the final battle, right? So ready, set, and action.
All of you in my sights.
I'm gonna turn you back into scrap metal!
Why don't you try this on for size?
And cut. Yeah, like you're making a meal out of this. It's like every step you take is a bite of delicious cake. Yeah. Like
right.
We have to help him.
Cast and crew also utilize the green screen studio. Dan Tenveen explains the benefits.
One of the ways that we really teach introductory processes is to use our green screen. Our green screen is a great tool to imagine nearly any scene and then to be able to build that afterwards in our post-production techniques. It sounds easy, but then once you actually start to look at the details of it, there's a lot of different levels of learning and accessibility elements to that.
I give you one simple task, and yet you couldn't even fulfill it.
I don't have time for superpower nobodies. And I don't need you criticizing how I run my affairs. Good day to you, you pathetic excuse for a mage.
Listen here, you pathetic.
And cut. Beautiful.
At one of the editing stations at Spectrum's office, Thomas and Calvin are creating visual effects for Cataclysm.
There's also workstations where you can work on the post-production, setting up a scene, putting all those different elements together and testing things out. Often we like to just put the directive in the film director's hands and have them define what they want. And that's a great process for us to engage in, to think about the tone that they want, and then to try it out, to test it, and then to pull it back and see what that look actually achieves.
Yeah, don't keep doing what you're doing. If you have a system, keep with it. But next time, before you make a system, it's good to use a
lot more than that.
Yeah.
During the following weeks, all post-production work is finalized on their superhero film.
Our community will return after the break.
We now return to our community.
The culmination of all the hard work pays off at the Spectrum Productions annual screening gala, held at the Rialto Theatre. Family and friends get to see what the participants have created over the summer, as well as raise money for Spectrum Productions.
We all hope you enjoy every film that's going to be here at the gala, especially New Age of Heroes, and we hope you all have a good night.
The most rewarding part of the annual gala is the moment when we bring everyone on stage and have them take a bow and get recognition for the hard work and films that they've made.
We want to invite all of our participants and summer camp staff on stage for a little cheer and a bow. You guys deserve it. So come on up.
I think the second most rewarding part, though, is to be able to see one's film on the big screen is really quite a unique experience, and I think it's quite valuable for so many folks.
Is everyone ready to see some movies? All right, let's do it.
The audience watches a variety of films, ranging from rap videos to live action.
Without your help, I would never get out of that box, you know. It's all you. You did.
To animation.
Growing up is a little hard, but it feels good sometimes. Without my family doing everything for me, I have to work a lot harder.
And films full of special effects.
See you at school, brother.
The last film is New Age of Heroes, Cataclysm. All participants have been waiting impatiently for this moment, where they will shine on the big screen, especially in their final battle scene, where they combine their laser powers to fight evil.
What's your blind spot, dummy?
The entire multiverse is in grave danger.
I would say that the most rewarding thing to me about this summer camp was getting to meet all the people that I've seen on Spectrum's videos on YouTube. It's like, and I was able to make some new friends there, understand what it is that they liked, learn that what inspired them to take part, and I think that's some of those things that inspired them are also the things that inspired me to take part in this.
Seeing all the gang back together.
Yeah.
And also making our family proud of these wonderful films that we've created.
It brings opportunity to make what you love to do, to show what you love to do. You make new friends as well. You make the things that you love. So it's really fun for that reason.
Making friends with Thomas was a big new thing for me. I like having new friends from Toronto.
Next summer. This summer. Next summer camp. What is the
We're
next
gonna work
big
on
thing?
New Age of Heroes 3.
Do you want to spoil anything?
No.
No spoilers.
all.
Until we meet again.
Produced by Boom Pictures. Producer, writer, and director, Paul Vandenboom. Director of photography, Paul Vandenboom. Editor and colorist, Pat Tremblay. Sound recordist, Adam Dowdridge. Sound mixer, Gilles Maillet. Camera assistant, Costa Strykash. Production assistant, Conrad Thompson. Integrated Described Video Specialist, M. Williams. Regional Content Specialist, Karen McGee. Coordinating Producer, Jennifer Johnson. President and CEO, David Arrington. Copyright 2019, Accessible Media, Inc.